Hey guys, Big Papa Beard here. Hope you all had a great summer, at least I have. Here in Sweden it's been really warm this summer and we had sun out almost every day. That's also why I haven't been seeing me racing a lot this summer. Haven't been online on Twitch a lot, but that's gonna be better now during the fall. I have had my other projects though. If you do follow me on my social media or my Discord, you might have seen some parts of it, if not the finished product as well. But I have finally finished my first DIY wheel. And here's the finished product. It is the AMG GT3 Replica wheel. And here's my finished product. Something that I'm really happy with. I'm gonna go through how I built it and what was the most challenging parts of the whole build. So first of all, it's my first DIY project ever. The idea came from, I wanted to have a challenge for both me and my 3D printer actually. Some of you already know I'm a sucker for 3D printing. It's a new interest that I have, or a new hobby. So everything, most of the parts are actually 3D printed for this wheel. This is the 2.0 version, if you want to call it, because I did change the front plate. My first try with the 3D printed front plate, it was 5mm thick with 100% infill, but I did find flex in the grips. The grips doesn't have a lot of support down here, as you can see. They're kind of they're kind of alone down here, so it did flex a bit down here, even with the grips on top of them. So this front plate is actually a 3mm thick stainless steel plate that I had a friend cut for me, which really did the job. Now it's really stiff and there's no flex at all. Other than that, most of the parts again are 3D printed. The case with all the cables and where you hide all the buttons and cables is 3D printed. We do have the grips. You can see that they are two-piece. It's a front piece and a back piece, and I wrapped them in Alcantara, both for the looks and the feels. And if you ask me, it looks and feels amazing. It is really nice. I'm really happy with the finish on the grips here. You can also see that the ring for the pit limiter is also 3D printed, and also you can see all the caps for the buttons are 3D printed. It's like button caps. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I had to buy some stuff for the wheel, of course. First thing you'll notice is the chromed out Mercedes emblem. That is bought. It is a 75mm wheel cap, I think, or wheel hub emblem. So you buy them in 4-piece. I think it's around 10 euros for 4 emblems. That was actually pretty tricky to get home because I did have to order them 3 times to actually get it. I don't know what happened with the first 2, but I never got them. The washers or the rings for every button in all the different colors are also bought. Also eBay. I think I bought M6 washers and I just drilled them to whatever hole I wanted. I think it's 7 or 6.5mm, just to get them to fit like super nice. Also, of course, the Fanatec podium hub is bought, of course. You can also see that the pedals are 3D printed in the back. Didn't find any STL file online, so these I actually had to draw myself. So if you are interested in these pedals, just hit me up and I can send you the STL file. It's a plus for the positive one to shift up, and it's a minus for the left one. Of course, shift down. My main goal with this whole project was to actually get everything to run through the podium hub. So everything runs through the podium hub, through the connector that is originally in the center here. You can see it. Most of the DIY wheels you're gonna find online uses a separate cable through here or through here, this connector here, to a button box. And my goal again was to get everything to work through the hub so that it actually works when I just snap it on. I don't want any loose cables or separate cables. Everything just works as it is. And after quite some time, I figured it out, and now it works like I wanted it to. So if you're familiar with the universal hub, I do have one up here. You are gonna notice that these buttons are adjustable. You can find these buttons anywhere, and they have 3 buttons each, and you can adjust them. On the podium hub there is connectors for these as well. So you do have 2 connectors for these on the pinout, and that is actually, let me just hang this up here real quick. There we go. So I manipulated it so that these 3 buttons are actually for one of those pinouts or connectors, and these 3 are for the other one. So that makes you able to use 6 buttons as it is without any problems. You just, if you got 2 of those and you wanna destroy them or use them or just take the connector, that's all fine. Of course you can buy the connectors, so you don't have to buy one of those just to get the connector. But the last 3 buttons, the real wheel has these money buttons. So of course I wanted every button to work. To get these 3 to work though, it's kind of a challenge. And I think that's where most of my time is, to try to figure out the pinout on the podium hub. Because if you do have the podium pedals do have 1 pedal on each side, clutch, and another set of pedals. And the other set of pedals I wanted to use as extra buttons. So I manipulated this podium hub to think that I am running podium pedals as well. It is tricky to figure out, but I can, if anyone is interested, just hit me up and I'll try to explain it to you. And I'll try to explain it here, just a bit short. But again, these pedals are the normal pedals, and these buttons my podium hub thinks is the other pedals that are on the podium pedals. This button down here is working, but it's just a I can't even talk. It's just to manipulate the hub to think that the podium pedals are on. So once I press this, the software will activate the podium pedals on both sides. You will actually see it pop up in the software, and then these buttons work. Without pushing this, these doesn't work. So I have to push this first, and then you can push these buttons. Maybe it's not the best solution, but it's the best solution I figured out at the time. And I have been racing with this wheel for a good 3-4 hours now, and it haven't been bothering me at all. Because once you push it, it's gonna stay active for as long as, I think, even when you restart the PC and everything. Once you take the wheel off and you put it back on, then you have to push it again. But other than that, everything runs through the podium hub. Again, the finish, I'm really happy with the finish. And yeah, we're gonna try it out. I got some requests to actually make a movie or a clip of when I actually race with the wheel. So we are gonna have a race and try it out. And as you can see here, I just snap it on, and yeah, I don't need any cables whatsoever from the wheel. It's just the hub itself, and that was my main goal. So mission accomplished, and let's go race. Let's try a race. All right, so here we are, guys. We're in ACC. We're at Spa. Of course, we're in the Merc. What car else will we drive when we're trying out the Merc wheel? Of course, the Merc. So I'm just gonna have a single player race for 10 minutes to show you guys how everything works, and yeah, mostly it's the manipulated buttons I want to show you, because normally you'll get 6 buttons to work without any problems at all, but these 3 down here are the ones that are tricky to get to run. So I'm just gonna pick a setup. I actually have a setup for this one. No idea how much fuel to use though, but only 10 minutes. Not gonna be. Guess I'm over fueled, but that's all right. So first off, we're gonna have ignition on, which is this button now. I already pressed this one, so the hub thinks that I'm running the podium pedals. So here we have the ignition. Here we have the starter. Of course, we're gonna run the lights on, and we're off. We're all good to go. I've been enjoying ACC lately, and not only the graphics, but of course the sounds. This wheel is a bit different from what I'm used to. I'm used to the F1 wheel, the Fanatec F1 limited edition 2018, I think it is. This wheel is actually 40 millimeters wider.
Green light,
go, go, go. We're off. So this wheel is 40 millimeters wider than the F1 wheel, which is quite a lot if you ask me. So this one definitely feels more realistic. It's not as tiny as the F1 wheel. It makes quite a difference with 20 millimeters aside. I don't know what I picked the AIs to, what difficulty they are, but maybe I should let them pass.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Pass. There we go. Now we have a battle. Just to enjoy the graphics mostly. I'm probably one of the only people that are running this camera angle as well. I do know that a lot of people hate on this. It's the helmet cam.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
As you can see on the wheel itself in Sim, you can see that the buttons do have the same color as on the replica. Also something that I'm really proud of, or happy with. Oh, it's a bumpy ride. We got lucky at Spa with the weather as well. No rain today. Again, I've been enjoying ACC lately. I actually do like the wheel or the tire model. Even that I know some people hate on. It's nice to have something else but iRacing sometimes. But of course iRacing is my go-to sim. We're in the good suck here. Can flash him a bit. I did lift, yes. It's for the memes, so that it looks more interesting than it actually is. As this is an AI race. And I have no idea what difficulty they're set to, but I mean, we're just here for the laps, aren't we? And the sounds, of course. Well, this AI is taking it a bit further, isn't he? The rest of the pack is 7 seconds back. So this one stands out. Oh, super wide. That wouldn't have been a good thing in iRacing, that's for sure.
Leaders on the final lap.
Time to overtake. Last lap. Give me the suck. Give me the suck. Here we go. Slipstream engaged. Let's flash him.
Car on the left.
Oh, he's going for the defend.
Clear on the left.
What an AI.
Car on the left. Clear on the
Oh,
left.
what was that? Jesus, he mad. If this would have been iRacing, I would have reported that guy. He mad now. Well, what happened to him? Oh, he's back there. So there we have it. A well-deserved podium finish and a win.
Excellent job. What a race. See you in the pits. Bring it back home.
So yeah, there we have it, guys. My first DIY wheel and its test. If you got any questions or yeah, if you wonder anything, just hit me up. Comment down below or hit me up on DM or anything. You'll see me use this wheel in my stream on Twitch, of course, even more. Other than that, guys, take care. Hope you have a good rest of the summer, and I hope to see you guys on my Twitch channel, and I'll see you in chat. Take care, guys.